One question that I get is, how do you get people into anime? Whether it's someone who doesn't like anime or doesn't know much about anime, or someone who already likes it, but you're trying to recommend them a particular series. Before I get into the ways to do this right, I'm going to address the ways that people do this wrong, because I do see a lot of people doing it incorrectly. Now, the worst thing that you can do to someone is bash the things that they like and then try and force your interest onto them. That will never work. It's very immature, and you negate yourself. It's a waste of breath. The person probably likes you less because of it, and you're wasting your time talking to them that way, because that's not really the way that you go about it. When you say, screw Naruto, screw Bleach, or whatever, and then you're like, One Piece, Attack on Titan, Sword Art Online are the best series in the world, you just can't do that to someone, and I really hate to come off this way, and hopefully I don't get misunderstood by saying this, but I've seen a lot of anime. I've seen a lot. And to me, there is no best. And even if I were to pick a favorite, it will be very hard for me to pick a favorite just because I've seen so many. And whenever I do my top 10 videos, it's like my top 10 at the moment, because it's something that always changes. And I don't know if I can find that one series that is my all-time favorite out of all anime, because I've seen so much that whenever I think about different series, I just feel different things because I love so many different anime series, and there are people out there that are saying that certain series are the best, even if I were to just think to myself, when they say best, they mean favorite. It really sounds like they're trying to say that their anime is the best and everything else is inferior, and that really is how it comes off to me and a lot of other people as well. So you shouldn't tell people that. You should tell people your favorite. That is a much better choice of word to use. And also, if you're sharing your interests with someone, then do just that. Share it. If they're passionate about something, then ask them about it. Then listen to what they have to say. Even if it's something that is outside of your comfort zone, it doesn't hurt to give it a try. Maybe they like series that you don't like. Maybe they're into types of music that you really don't like. Just give it a try or something if you're trying to get them into things that you like. It really builds a bond of trust, or it gets them to think that you're a bit of a mature person when you do that, just to try different things and to keep an open mind, because that's what they're doing by trying anime or trying a different anime series. It's keeping an open mind. It's not advice on how to recommend people anime, it's advice on how to be a decent human being. Just connect with the person and share your interests with them. Another mistake, something that I personally made, is something that I don't really make anymore because I've learned from it, and also a mistake that I'm sure a lot of other people make as well, is you have to recommend someone, especially if they're a person that is getting into anime or who doesn't really know a whole lot about anime. You have to recommend something that they will like. Don't recommend something that you like and you don't know if they'll like it or not. You have to recommend them something that will blow their mind instantly, because if they take their time to watch an entire series, or even if it's just a movie, that first impression means everything. So you have to show them something that will blow their mind. And if you show them something that you like, and just because you like it, or and they end up don't really liking it, then that really blows your chances. They're probably not going to try a whole lot of anime after that, or a whole lot of series that you'll recommend, just because they think that you recommend them things that they're not really into. Or if they don't like / don't know much about anime, they'll kind of think it's all similar to that, and then they won't really be interested in watching different series. So one way that I combat this, and I recommend people shows that I know that they will like, is I ask them what they like already. I ask them about which anime series are their favorites, or I'll ask them which types of movies that they like, because you'll notice in some of my videos, and some people have pointed this out in some of my videos, that I talk about anime genres as if they're movie genres. I will say, you know, action, romance, comedy, and I'll explain it that way, and I think that that's really the best way to label these series. You can't really label them by shonen or seinen or shoujo, because those are target audiences, and that doesn't really describe the series. Both Death Note and Naruto are shonen series, and they're really nothing alike, but if you were to classify them by what their stories bring to the table, or what type of series they actually are, then it's a bit more of an accurate description in my opinion. So that's why I do that. Plus, I was always a big movie buff to begin with before I got into anime, so that's really the way that I see people getting into it, is that they're already a fan of certain things and then they get over into anime. Not many people are into anime first thing in their life. It's all really about bridging the gaps between anime and the things that people currently like. Now, I'll ask people what type of series they like, and then I'll give them series that are similar to that because I know that they'll probably like it. I don't really recommend the things that I like without knowing whatever they like, because if they don't like it, then it's a waste of time for them to watch that, really, even though there's nothing wrong with people not liking a certain series because everyone has different taste. And it's the same thing with movies. Whenever I'm getting someone into watching anime, I'll find out what movies they like, what TV shows they like, and I'll recommend them an anime along the same lines. Even though it's very different from TV shows and movies, you can still find things that people like even if they've never really gotten into anime. This actually branches over into another mistake that I see people doing, is not expressing yourself properly. When you try and get someone to watch a series, or when you're recommending someone a series, you have to tell them why you like it, what they will like about the series, and why they should watch the series, and also be able to tell them what it's about without giving any major spoilers away or anything like that. And I'll be talking to people, because this is a conversation. I will engage them and ask them questions about what they're telling me about, and they'll give me these strange responses. Somebody will say to me, I'm watching this anime, I really like it, you should check it out, and I'll say, oh yeah, what's it about? Or, oh yeah, what do you think about it? And I've had one person respond, go look it up. Now, I quit talking to that person. That's very rude. You don't say that to people. And then I've had a bunch of other people link me Wikipedia pages, or they will link me my anime list pages for me to read it. Now, if you're trying to recommend me something or anyone else something, and you don't feel passionate enough about it to describe how you feel about the series or what the series is about, then you're not going to win them over. They're not going to watch the series. I've had people do this, and I don't even click it. I don't even bother to look at it. I've got enough anime on my plate that so many people recommended me, so many people in the comment sections, so many people send me private messages with great explanation as to why. This is something that I addressed in a previous video as well. So many people send me great recommendations for a series. So many of my subscribers out there who know a lot of great anime, who recommend me things. I've got so much on my plate that I'm not really going to go out of my way if you're not passionate enough to tell me about why you even like the series. So those are the problems that I see when people try and recommend an anime to someone. Now, I've already talked about some of the solutions to this, but some of the other things that I haven't mentioned yet is, whenever you're trying to get someone into watching anime, don't really show them a whole entire series. If they don't know a whole lot about anime, or they don't really like anime, or they have some sort of disposition against it, don't show them a series, because it's all about that first impression. It's all about that attention span. If it's something that they're questionable about, they're not going to watch 500 episodes of One Piece if they have no idea what anime is, or they don't really like anime. Show them a movie, show them something short, and anime movies can be an hour long. Some of them you can find that are 45 minutes long, some can be an hour and a half or 2 hours long, but it's something that you can view in one setting, and you can have a complete experience with that, and that is really the best way to get someone into watching it, because people always like movies. Anyone out there, you find a person that likes some sort of movie, and you can find an anime that is similar to that movie. And it's good to keep your mind open when it comes to anime as well, and view all different types. And then whenever you see somebody, maybe they like a type of movie that you don't really care for, you can still recommend them a great anime movie to start off with. Maybe if they like drama or romance series, you can show them Garden of Words. Maybe if they like a more psychological, crazy science fiction movie, show them Akira. Or maybe they like action, show them Ninja Scroll. There are plenty of different movies which you can show someone. There are great comedy movies, there are really beautiful movies out there. You can show someone a lot of Ghibli movies as well. I would not necessarily say that all Ghibli movies are something that you could recommend someone, because one thing that you have to steer clear from whenever you have someone who has some sort of disposition against anime, or someone who doesn't really know a whole lot about anime, you want to avoid the notion that anime is for children. When you recommend someone movies such as Howl's Moving Castle or other Ghibli studio movies, then it's possible that they may get the impression that anime is aimed or is suitable for children. You want to show them something that is on their level, something that really intrigues them and gets them interested in. whenever I recommend something to someone, first I'll recommend the movies. If they're just getting into anime or if they like anime, I'll find out if they read manga or not, because then I'll recommend them a complete experience with the anime. And if they do read manga, or if they're interested in reading manga, then I will give them a series which kind of will segue their interest into manga. Like, say for example, Berserk. Now, for someone who's just getting into anime, this can be confusing because it's like, to them, you have to watch the series and then you have to read the manga, but you have to start over at the beginning of the manga and read everything that you've already seen. You can't skip ahead because there are important parts in the Berserk manga that aren't shown within the anime series, and you need to see that or else you won't understand some of the characters because some of the characters just aren't there. Now, that can be very intimidating to someone, so you've got to try and recommend them series that are complete, such as Death Note or Code Geass, really, or something that really has a definite beginning and ending to it that they don't really have to read the manga to. So anyways, that's how you get your friends into watching anime. Hopefully this helped you out. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know your experiences with getting your friends into watching anime. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later.